All right, David. So now here's the second part of our lesson for today.
How many do we got?
We got about 3. Now,
Yes.
I need you to pay attention, okay?
It's 8.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to tell me you're going to write everything that you know about it, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, bless you. The question is, how are trains helpful? Have you ever rode on a train before?
We always rode trains.
When do you ride on trains?
I see.
When?
Like,
Where are you going when you're on a train?
field trip?
You went on a train to go on a field trip.
A family field trip.
Oh, a family trip. Where did you go?
Campfire.
Were you visiting someone?
Yeah.
Who were you visiting?
Grandma. My mom and grandma.
So how was a train helpful?
It pulls things
In order to what?
to take things, to pull things back,
Why do people use trains?
because they're strong.
Well, what's the purpose of a train?
They carry things.
They carry things, and that's true. So why don't you write some of that down? Tell me how trains are helpful. Go ahead.
Let's put carry.
C-A-R-R-Y.
C-A-R-R-Y. Carry stuff. Did you carry stuff? How do you spell stuff?
Now I want you to try it. Sound it out.
Let's spell stuff.
What do you hear at the end of stuff?
There's only no stuff.
Okay, keep going. It's okay.
What else?
Okay. They carry stuff. They also carry what?
Passengers? I don't know.
Passengers are what? Another word for passengers.
Yeah, I don't spell that name either.
Passengers are people.
I don't know spell passenger.
I don't want you to spell passenger. What should you spell? People. So they carry who? They carry stuff. They carry what?
People?
Mm-hmm. And why do people ride trains?
Because they take you places.
Good. Write that down. Write that down. That's good stuff. Good. You even added to it. You said it takes you to different places. So trains, they carry stuff and people. They take them to different places. Anything else?
They go to the docks
To do what?
to carry things to another place to go to another docks.
Yeah, so they take merchandise or things from place to place. Do
Or
you
go
know
to-
what? Go ahead.
They go to train yards to take
They
stuff.
go to train yards. And do you know where trains came from?
train yards.
Hmm? Like, do you know the very beginning? Do you know the story of trains and where they came from? Because you like trains, don't you?
Hmm?
Yeah, I know you like
Yes,
trains. And ships. But do you know where trains came from?
No, train factories?
Oh,
Train
Yeah.
sets?
possibly. Well, you know what? Today, we're going to read about where trains came from.
Yay.
Is that interesting for you?
No.
What do you mean, no? You like trains.
Oh, yes, I mean yes.
Oh, yes, yes.
I don't get what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, what we're going to do, and you've done this with me before, we're going to engage in a picture
Yes.
walk.
Yes.
We're going to engage in a picture walk. And so you're going to tell me what you see, and then I'm going to tell you what I see. Right?
Lassie?
Right, not yet.
I'm
Now,
watching.
Now, I got 4 words that I want you to pay attention to, because I want you to be able to tell me what these words mean. So the 4 words that I want you to pay attention to in this story, read them off.
Expand. Invention. Explored.
Mm-mm.
Explored.
Close.
Explored it.
Not explore,
Exploded.
explode.
Explode. Pre-electing. Pre-shorty.
Close.
Pre-shorts. Pre-search.
What's that word?
Search. Sure.
Sure. So,
Pre-sure.
almost.
Pre-sure.
The E here is going to make the F sound. Try it again.
Pre-answer. Pressure.
Good. Pressure. Good job. High 5 on that one. Okay. So, we're looking for the words expands, invention, explode, and pressure. Read them again.
Explain.
Try it again.
Expands. Invention. Explosion.
Not explosion.
Explode.
Thank you.
Pre-surely.
Eh.
Pre-ash. Pressure.
Pressure. Pressure. Okay? So we're going to put those words here.
Let me read this book. I'll take it home.
You want to take it home?
Yes.
Okay. Well, when we're finished with it, I'll let you take it home. How about that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the first page right here. What's the title?
The steam engines.
The steam engine.
No.
So trains used to be called what?
Steam engines, but some were.
Steam engine.
But they call diesel.
Why do you look at the picture? See if you can figure out why they used to call them steam engines.
Cause they old.
No, look at the picture.
Cause the smoke coming out.
Smoke is coming out of the top.
Anyway, it's an
So-
old train. But anyway, it's an old train anyway. But
It's an older train. Yes, it is.
'cause
It's
they-
an older train. Because do trains do that anymore?
No. Some.
Some.
No,
Okay.
ours today. Ours today.
Well, let's take a look. Flip the page. What do you see? Tell me what you see.
It's like a wagon train. I don't get it. People. And I think. I don't get it.
Well, tell me what you see.
Oh, a person on wagon. I don't know. What is that? What is this?
Ooh, that's an older cart. And what is it carrying?
I think potatoes.
Good. It's a wagon that's carrying potatoes.
Can't be a wagon.
Yeah, it's a smaller wagon though. You ready?
Yeah.
Tell me what else you see. Let's look at this picture.
They build a train. They bit. Are they chopping the? Are they chopping the front? I think they're chopping the front off of it.
This was an invention called the steam hammer. And what do you think a steam hammer did?
Chop this off and makes the head of it.
Yeah, it chopped it off and made that a good job. Good deduction. All right.
What are the rules?
So let's go to this picture. Let's go. So let's see if you can figure it out. This was a long time ago. So see, who do you think that guy is? He's a what?
A farmer.
Good. And
A
what do you
horse.
think he was doing?
Carrying bulls.
Hmm?
What do you say?
These are oxen.
I thought those were bulls.
That's a form of one. So what do you think the oxen were doing with him?
Make them rock.
What were they doing to the rocks?
I smash them.
So that he could what?
So you can what? Walk.
No, not so he can walk.
So you can make trains? Make coal?
No, not trains or coals. What do farmers do?
On a plant?
They plant. So he was using the oxen to help him pull this plow. This is a plow, and what a plow does is that it cuts up or it breaks up the soil. It breaks up the soil so that it's easier for you to plant and grow like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that.
Why don't with those we dig it?
Well, it's faster. It was faster then to do this. It was faster then to do it this way because they didn't have the things that we have now to do it faster and somehow do it on their own. So the inventions became more advanced and made it easier for farmers to farm. But in the beginning, farmers had to expand their land. What do I mean when I say expand their land? They had to expand their land. Well, make it what? No, look at me. Make it what?
New. Bigger.
They had to expand their land. So the only way that they could do that is to plow, cut down trees and plow. But they could only do it this way. They didn't have the machines that we have now to cut trees and do things like that.
How are you gonna cut trees out anyway?
All right. Next. What's this?
A teacup? A pot?
A teapot. And what's coming out of the teapot?
Steam.
Good. And when steam comes out of the teapot, it expands. So what is it doing?
Bubbling.
When the steam comes out of the tea kettle, it expands. What is it doing?
It's floating.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And so here, this is something that you may not be familiar with. Tell me what you think you see.
A man mining.
Okay, he's mining. And typically people mine for what?
For diamond. Coal.
Coal and diamonds. Coal.
Why everybody dig for gold? Why everybody dig for gold and diamond?
Because those are valuable resources and people get a lot of money for them.
But how much does a diamond got?
It depends on how big it is. So, but here he's mining. And you see, he's doing it manually. And he's by himself. And he has something behind him that he's using to mine. And coal mines stay dry thanks to what?
What does they stay dry?
What do they use to keep everything dry so that it doesn't become too moist and then it'll cave in and fall on you? They use steam to do that.
What?
And so, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Flip the page. Ready? Tell me what you see in this picture.
Is he making names? He's making names of a train?
Not yet. Before they even invented steam engine trains, they used steam to power a bunch of machines. And so we're going to read about the different machines that they use, to the different types of way that they use steam to operate different machines leading up to trains. Okay?
Okay. Like
And
diesels?
then here,
Like diesels?
And then the steam engine was used to help turn this wheel. The steam put a lot of pressure on this to help it turn the wheels. And so when the steam gave a whole lot of pressure, the wheel would move. Flip the page.
What a real is that train? I think some people will be attacked by jaguars.
So, tell me what you see there.
That is a small train.
Yeah, it's a small train. They couldn't have big trains back then like we have now.
Except for that
But
one.
what do you think is helping the train move?
The wheels?
Well, what's helping power the wheels?
The wheels? The wheels?
What's helping the wheels move?
What is that?
That's a wheel. What's helping the wheels
No,
move?
this. This is
Oh, that connects the wheels because if one moves, the other one has to move. So what do you think is helping the train move?
those small thingies that put the wheels? Or the smoke?
In other words, the what?
The steam?
The steam. The steam. And then if you go here,
That's a big train over there.
yeah. And the more trains became useful, the more they started to use them for different things. So you see different people, because different people doing different things. Because this man here is farming, and so they use the trains to transport what?
Use it to cross the world?
Yeah, so that they could transport food.
Oh, ferry.
And then they started using steam to do what? They started using steam to what?
To move
To move what?
from things.
What is that thing in the picture?
A ferry.
Yeah, and a ferry is another word for what?
A boat.
A boat. So they started using steam to move boats.
That's a long. That's a long too.
Yeah. And they used to use steamboats to race. So guess what? That you see the steam coming from the stacks on the boats?
Look how many boats is a ferry over there.
Yeah. And then, like we said before, the more popular steam became, or the steam engine became, they started to use it to transport food and clothes. So that's what that picture is showing. And so guess what? The invention of the steamboat, then they used to call them
Oh,
steamboats.
it's a race. It's a race.
Yeah, it's a race. The steamboats used to race. And then you have here the what? The steamboats at the docks where they were carrying goods or carrying merchandise to different parts of the world. And then here, it looks like this boat is what?
Attacked by water?
No, that's not water. What does it look like? It looks like it's on what?
Away?
What is this coming from the boat?
Smoke?
Smoke. So that looks like the boat is what?
A frog?
On fire. So this boat looks like it exploded. It looks like it exploded.
Does it?
And then when the boat exploded, it caught on fire. And then what do you think happened if the boat catches on fire?
It sinks.
It sinks. Nice. Okay. All right.
Oh, diesels!
Yeah, there's your diesel. So we went from steam trains to what?
To diesel train?
To diesel trains.
In diesel train, you don't even use coal.
And what do you think is in this bucket right here?
Coal?
Coal. And what do you think we use coal for?
To move. To move.
Well, it's to give things power, and you're going to learn that today too.
And diesels
Flip the
don't-
page. One
and
more
diesel-
page.
And diesels don't even need coal.
All right. So I don't think you know what these are. These are called solar panels. And they use solar panels to take in energy and produce heat and make steam.
Oh, I know that.
And the solar panels, they get energy from where?
The sun?
Yeah, they get energy from the sun.
To make steam?
Yeah. Let's flip it back over. We're going to start over. We're going to, now that we've gone through this and we talked about the words explode, expands, inventions, and pressure,
We
we're going to read it.
Mama, are we done activity 2?
Yes.
This is a lot of activity. We gotta read, that's it.
We're going to do assisted reading. Assisted reading is where we read together. So you ready to read together?
Yeah.
All right. So you wrote all on this, but that's okay. We're going to read together, so use your strip to keep up. Ready? So the title of the nonfiction text is called Steam Engines, and we're going to learn about them. So this book has a lot of different subheadings.
Adventures.
So count how many subheadings we have in a table of contents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So we have 8. No. What's a glossary?
It's something that gives you the meaning.
Right. So that's not a subheading. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So what are we going to read about first, according to the table of contents?
Invention, they changed the world.
Okay, and then we're going to read about what? Go to the table of contents.
What is a steam?
What is steam? And then we're going to read about what?
The first wheel is steam engine.
We remember we're paying attention to the endings of words. Try it again.
What is a steam?
Read it again.
The first wheel steaming engines.
Engines. Okay, next.
Steam engine Prometheus.
3 syllables.
Improvement.
Almost. Try it again.
Improvement.
Say improvements.
Improvements.
Good. Next, we'll read about.
High
That's one of our words.
Pressure.
Eh.
Ease.
Pressure.
Pressure. High pressure steam engines.
Then we're going to read about what?
Steam power transport.
Almost. Transportation. And then we're going to read about what?
The age of steam drawers to a close.
Okay. And then the last part. Modern.
Modern use to steam.
Look at me. Modern. Look at me. Watch me. Modern.
Modern.
You want to finish it? Modern.
No. Modern use of steam.
Uses
of steam.
Okay. So let's go to the first subheading. Let's read it together. An invention that changed the world. All right, you ready to start reading? So we're reading together. Ready?
Yeah.
For thousands of years, people used their muscles for work. They also used animals to help them. In the, you ready?
Yeah.
In the 1700s, the invention of the steam engine changed everything. People began to make fewer goods. Oh, wait. Ready?
Yeah.
Goods by hand. Instead, they used machines. Many of those machines were powered by steam. So let me ask you a question. What did people use before machines started to make things? What did people use?
Animals.
They used animals, and what else?
And steam engines?
No.
Wait, inventions?
Before that, what else they used animals and what else?
They're
Sit up.
the mechanics?
I want you to go back into it again.
Ox?
That's an animal. So they used animals and what else did they use?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's in here. Go back in here and look.
Steam?
That was, I said, before steam engines. What did they use? They used animals and they used their what?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's easy to say, but let's go back in the paragraph. The one thing I want you to be able to do is go back into the paragraph and see if you can find the answer. So they used animals and that was good. And what else did they use?
Goodbye hands?
Close. You said goods. You said goodbye hands. What did they use?
Hands?
They used their hands. People used to use their hands to do stuff, to make stuff, to work. So they used two things. They used animals and they used their
Hands?
They used animals and they used their hands. Flip the page. So what title are we getting ready to read?
What is steam?
Okay, you ready?
Hmm?
1, 2, hold on, let's move it down. Here. 1, 2, 3. Have you ever watched someone boil water in a pot on the stove? Sometimes you can see a little cloud above the pot. That's steam. It can only be seen when it hits cooler air. Steam is
Gas.
a gas.
Gas.
So steam is a what?
Gas.
It's a gas. And it can only be seen when it hits what?
But clear.
Yep.
I thought gas was just that for. I thought gas was for cars.
Not just for cars. Gas has a lot of use. So steam is gas, and you can only see steam when it what?
When boils? Wait, when it gets cool air?
When it hits cooler air or when it meets with cooler air. You ready? People make steam do work by boiling water. They heat up the water in a gigantic pot called a boiler. They make the boiler hot by burning fuel, such as coal. Burning coal, I need to hear you, I can't hear you. Burning coal becomes hotter than the top of a stove. A stove. A lot hotter. The heat boils the water and makes steam. So how do they make oh my god. How do they make a boiler hotter? By using what?
Coal.
By using coal. And so coal gets hotter than a what?
Teapots. A stove.
Than a stove. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Move down to the next paragraph. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hear you. I can't just hear me.
Yeah.
I gotta hear you too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Steam takes up more room than liquid water. As the steam expands, it pushes the movable parts of a machine. The movement of those parts create power. So, as the steam expands, it makes the parts what?
Power. Wait, heat, cool air.
No, As the steam expands, it pushes the movable parts of the machine. So the steam gets stronger and it pushes the parts on the machine to make it work. And so that movement is called what?
Movement is called power.
It's called power. That movement is called power. Ready?
Yeah.
What's our next subhead?
The first real steam engines.
Good job putting the S at the end of engines. Ready? Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Am I going to hear you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Almost 300 years ago, in 1712, Thomas Newcomen built a steam engine. Who built the steam engine?
Thomas Newcomen.
Newcomen. Good job. Others had built steam engines, but Newcomen was, you with me?
Yeah.
Was the first to work really well. He used his steam engine to run a water pump, which pumped water out of coal mines. Miners could then reach more coal. The engine had one problem. It needed a large amount of coal to do a small amount of work. So who built the first steam engine?
Newcomen.
Good job, Thomas Newcomen. And it did a good job, right?
Yeah.
But it had one problem. What was the problem?
They need large amount of coal to do the small amount of work.
Yeah, it needed a lot of coal to do a teeny bit of work.
They put like on a steam engine got a back, like something that carries it's like a bunch of coal on it.
Yeah, they would basically use the coal to.
What were those back things from the back when steam engines have? Like they have a thing on the back.
Of the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, that carries the coal because they use the coal. They shovel the coal into the fire to help it create steam.
Wait, on the front side is coal on it a little bit. On the back of it, it's a whole bunch.
Yeah, that's extra coal. That's extra that they need to use to put in the fire. They'll keep some on the train. And then when they need that extra coal, they go to the back and they get the extra coal from the back and bring it to where the engine is. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go, boo. Ready?
Huh?
What's the new topic?
Steam engines
Improvements.
Improvements.
I want you to sit up now, please. You ready?
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. In the 1760s, Scotsman James Watt improved Newcomen's engine. He made the machine, I can't hear you,
Machine
work with less coal. Watt also made other kinds of steam engines. He made one called, called the rotary circular steam engine. It could run all kinds of machines. This invention was one event that led to the industrial, say industrial,
industrial
Industrial. Say industrial.
Is this it? Industrial.
Okay. Revolution.
Revolution.
Also
What? Also
known as the age
of
of steam. Ready?
Yeah.
The age
steam.
The age of steam brought new ways to do work and new ways for people and goods to travel. So, let me ask you a couple questions to make sure you were keeping up. Who improved Newcomen's steam engine? Who made it better?
Scotsman James Watt.
Scotsman James Watt. And so, when he made it better, that led to what age?
Wage of steam.
The age of steam, which is also known as the what?
Age.
It's also known as the what?
Good travel.
It's also known as the what? Industrial Revolution. And that's when we started to use machines to do a lot of the work. So we started building factories, and we would use those factories to help us build things such as trains and things like that to help us get things from one place to another. So the Industrial Revolution started right after Scotsman James Watt improved the steam engine. You ready? You ready? What's the next subheading?
Higher pressure
Good
steam
job.
engine.
Woo, but you got to put my S at the end.
Engines.
Thank you. Ready? Can I hear you read?
Yeah.
Can you read louder than me?
Yes.
You're gonna read louder than I?
That's all yes.
Okay, it's all yes. Ready? At the beginning of the age of steam, Watt's, his name is Watt's, steam engines used low pressure steam. His steam engines were big and they operated or worked slowly. Watt knew he could make smaller and faster steam engines, but he would have to use higher pressure steam. He was against that idea. Higher pressure could cause a boiler to explode. An explosion could injure or kill people. Yeah. So why was he against using higher pressure steam?
Higher pressure steam?
Why was Watts against using higher pressure steam?
To make lower pressure?
Yeah, he didn't want to use higher pressure machines. He disliked the idea. So why did he dislike the idea of using a higher pressure machine?
It may have made a crash.
What's the word they used?
Explode.
It could explode. It could make the machine explode. And what would happen if the machine exploded?
Kill people.
It kill people. People can get injured. They can get killed. Good job.
It's not for Amtrak. Amtrak never be destroyed.
The
Amtraks be destroyed because they're fast.
They could be. You ready?
Because they're really fast.
Flip the page.
Bullet trains only one, but those are crash because they're
Okay.
fast.
You ready?
Mhm.
There you go. Am I going to hear you?
Yeah.
Am I going to hear you?
Yeah.
All the way through?
Yes. It's all yes.
Okay. Ready?
Mm.
Many inventors saw the danger of high pressure steam. They built high pressure steam engines anyway. They thought the smaller engines could be used to do more things.
More things.
In the early 1800s, Trevithick built a high-pressure steam engine in England.
That's bad. That's attack. That's from ships. That's from ships got attacked.
High-pressure steam engines soon became common. They could be used to power trains. Ooh. So, who invented high-pressure steam engines in England?
Richard Trevithick.
Look at the pronunciation here. Trevithick. Yep.
Richard Trevithick.
Now, he invented high-pressure steam engines. And then people started to use it more. And then they realized they could use it to do what?
To use the power trains.
Yeah. Yep. Next up, Hattie.
Steam power transportation.
Good, almost. Transportation. Look at me. Transportation. There we go. Now say it by yourself.
Transportation.
Good.
Oh yes. It's all yes. All yes.
All yes. All yes. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Wait.
Trevithick built one of the first steam locomotives. Say locomotives.
Locomotives.
Or train.
Or trains.
In 1804. It hauled coal at a factory. Other people also built train engines. Soon these engines were pulling long lines of cars with passengers or goods. Steam engines helped railroads spread across the world.
Ferry boats. It's a racing river steamboats racing on the
Mississippi
River in 1860s.
66.
This happened for real?
Yeah. You ready?
If they were in England, they'll die. Because
You
it's submarines over there.
You ready?
Yeah. They'll die if they in England. They'll die because.
You ready?
Yeah.
In
In
the early 1800s, ships also began to use steam. Some sailed on the oceans. New Yorker Robert Fulton built the first money-making river steamboat in 1807. By the mid-1800s, beautiful steamboats traveled up and down American rivers. I can't hear you. River steamboats presented the dangers that James Watt had warned about. Steam explosions sometimes happened with locomotives, but they were common with steamboats. Many people were injured or killed in steamboat accidents.
How
So,
steamboats get accidents? Are they fast?
too much pressure because they started using high pressure.
What's pressure?
Remember when we were talking about pressure?
It means fast?
No, pressure doesn't mean fast. Pressure is like a force. It's force.
To push things?
Yeah, and if you use too much, if you use too much force, too much pressure, it could cause the machines to not act right, not function. Remember that the first guy,
Like this?
newcomer,
Like
yeah, like that. So, exactly what newcomer said happened. He said that
Wait, it happened
many
to real
people
life?
were. It happened in real life. This is about real life. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
One of the worst disasters in American history took place on April 27, 1865. The boiler on the crowded steamboat Sultana exploded.
What's Extana?
Sultana is the name of the what?
Those?
Is the name of the what?
Those ships? These ships?
That ship. It's the name of that ship. Ready?
Yeah.
The ship,
Burn.
it burned. More than 1,700 people died.
That's that's how many
So, what did he say? So, that boat had a lot of what?
force?
Force. And what did we call that force?
Pressure.
Yeah, it had a lot of pressure. And remember that Newcomer was saying that no, it's not a good idea to have a lot of pressure because a lot of pressure could hurt people. Did they listen to him?
No.
No, because they started using
Wait,
high
this happened
pressure.
to real life?
Yeah,
They didn't listen to him?
they didn't listen to him.
Was he an African American?
No, he wasn't an African American.
What was he? That's
White man. You ready?
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, we're almost to the last one.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah. Ages.
Read what you say. Read what you see.
The age of steam draws to a close.
Good
Close.
job. Ready to read together?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. By the early 1900s, people had found ways to replace steam power. In factories, electricity now ran most machines. Electric engines did not produce steam or smoke. Electric engines made subways.
What's subway? Subways like son?
Where's a subway? Is it above or underground?
Underground. What?
Underground. And what runs through subways?
It's light.
Trains.
Trains.
Okay, so electric engines made subways and streetcars.
Streetcar.
Oh, yeah, you don't know what a streetcar is. So a streetcar was powered by electricity.
Oh, it's like
They would put those train tracks in the road, and you will see these cars.
Yeah, I know, cause I tell her to agree, cause they put a red car on it.
It's a red car, and the red car. And they used to call them red cars. And so the red car would.
And the one with the car, the old car with those sticks. What are those things called?
What things?
Those van thingies on the back, like trucks carry, like hooking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They use those as a passenger car, like a train.
Yeah, they use them as a passenger car. Okay.
They
ready?
make dinners in my kitchen.
Okay, so wait. Electric engines.
Electric
Engines made subways and streetcars easy for everyday use. It became easier to travel around a city.
Wait. Some subways go up and it'll go on the ground. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Those go
Yep.
up.
Ready?
Yeah.
Next paragraph. 1, 2, 3.
Diesels.
The diesel engine also doomed the steam engine. It ran better and could go farther, faster. Steam locomotives ran in the United States until the 1960s. By then, almost all locomotives had diesel engines. Okay.
Like these? These?
Yep. So what came first, the steam engine or the diesel engine?
Diesel?
What came first,
The boats.
the steam engine or the diesel engine?
Diesel engines? No.
What came first?
Subway?
You're not listening to my question. Listen to me. What came first, the steam engine or the
Steam
diesel?
engine?
The steam engine came first. And what replaced the steam engine?
Smoke?
Listen. What replaced the steam engine on trains?
What you said?
What replaced it?
Diesels?
The diesel engine.
Wait,
The diesel
diesels don't you coal? Diesels use coal?
Mm.
What they use? Then what they use?
It's a form of gas.
Oh, they use gas like cars use?
Sit up. Okay, so you see right here where it says steam locomotives ran in the United States until the 1960s.
Wait,
So the last time a steam engine ran,
like this ran?
no, that's a diesel. The last time a steam engine is the one with the,
Big corn?
and what's coming out of it?
Smoke?
Yeah, that's the steam engine. And that they kept using those until the 1960s. And then almost all locomotives had what type of engines?
Diesels?
The diesel engines, the ones
Wait.
that you like.
And steam engine, like steam engine.
You like steam engines too?
And like boat trains. Like